All right, welcome to Green Book Live. I'm very excited today because I have Black owned Tampa Bay on the line with me today. I've got Cortney and Nick. So Courtney and Nick, before we get into everything today, can you just tell us what is Black owned Tampa Bay?
Nick, do you want to? Okay, I'll go first. So, Black Owned Tampa Bay is our social media platform that we currently have where we have been promoting, highlighting, and connecting Black owned businesses to consumers, as well as connecting other Black owned businesses to each other. And yeah, so that's kind of what Black owned Tampa Bay is, just like a space and resource to highlight Black owned businesses in the Tampa Bay area specifically. And I don't know if Nick wants to add something onto that.
Yeah, I can add something to that. Well, before I say that, I just want to say go Bucks. But yeah, I think that's a part of Tampa Bay. But pretty much what Courtney said, Black owned Tampa Bay is pretty much just a space where we can connect with Black owned companies and connect consumers with products and especially to kind of promote the use of the Black purchasing power, I would say.
Right. Yes, I just love how like beautiful your Instagram is. It's so clean and fresh. Like it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So tell us, how did you get this idea?
So, the idea kind of came in a really, not in a weird way. It really just came to us one day. So, I sometimes on like my own personal social media account, I would post like different Black owned businesses in the area, just ones that I've been to or products that I've used. And so someone had came to me one time and they're like, "Oh, you should do like a page where you like specifically highlight Black owned businesses in the area and everything and do reviews." But I was kind of like, no, that's a lot to do. And then so a lot had happened, months passed, and this was around the time, I think, what was it, like June maybe, Nick, or July? I
Yeah.
don't remember specifically, but there was a lot happening in the community, just,
Right.
Politically, what do you, I don't want to use the wrong word for it, but a lot of killings of Black innocent people, and just there was a lot going on, as well as the pandemic and everything. And so me and Nick were just like talking one day, and we kind of I brought the idea to him, like, maybe we could highlight businesses that don't typically get a lot of support or media coverage, especially just with everything going on. And Nick was like, yeah, we should definitely do it. And yeah, a lot happened in the conversation, but that's kind of how we came up with it. Nick probably could tell this story a little better, but
No, I think that was perfect, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we were both always pretty passionate about, supporting people that look like us,
Right.
whether it be businesses, whether it be professional development, just in general, I think it goes a long way when you have someone who looks like you promoting things that you care about. And so, when Courtney came to me with the idea, I was like, I didn't even need to know the details. I just wanted to be like, hey, yeah, let's do it. Because I think, especially at the timing of what it was and when it happened and, pandemic and stuff happening, in the beginning of the pandemic and stuff, we're talking about the impact of small businesses in general. And which is really important. And we kind of were just talking, like a lot of these small businesses, a lot of Black owned businesses usually are small businesses. And so we're saying if small businesses are being affected by the pandemic in this space, then even much more so Black owned businesses, and what can we really do to highlight and help and promote and feature. Because one thing we figured, there are a lot of Black owned companies that either, as they start, they don't get the correct recognition they might have, or they might not necessarily have that social media presence. So they might be, a lot of mom and pop shops and everything in the area that, are Black owned and people know of them, but they don't really get that exposure. So we were, kind of brainstorming and thinking of a way that we could help that and do our part to, bring that to Tampa Bay.
Right. This question is on the list, but when you said professional development, what do you mean by that?
When I said professional development, so I guess when I went to USF,
Mhm.
and while I was at USF, I was the president of the National Society of Black Engineers, on campus and stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Fancy. Sorry.
so I think so when I think of professional development and stuff, it can be resume workshops, it could be elevator speeches, it could be um, it could be professional workshops in terms of, like, if someone's interested in um, computer science, if they want to learn how to code,
Right.
if someone wanted to learn how to be a public speaker, just pretty much providing the resources that people need to advance in their careers or advance in something that they care about. And so that's something that's always been pretty passionate. I've always been pretty passionate about.
Mhm.
Um, and then as I've gotten older and stuff, something that I'm very interested in is businesses and how that goes, and finances and everything. So that kind of spilled over into highlighting Black businesses and Black owned businesses and small businesses and pretty much that.
Cool. I like it. All right. So I think you definitely answered the question of why do you think it's important. Is there anything else you want to add to that idea of why you think this work is important? Other than, one thing I'll say with this, like, we started Green Book in March 2019, and it was the sort of thing where same idea, where you're just kind of like, well, we like these businesses, but the fact that what had to happen this summer is
Yeah.
what got the attention on there. On one hand, it's it's hard to like celebrate, right, that that's how the interest and the attention came to it, but at the same time, if that's what's drawing people to your page, and then therefore drawing people to those businesses page, and we just sort of have to, like, be okay with this, take the moment, this is the moment. But I don't know, I still struggle a lot with that.
I actually saw a post recently, and I had talked to Nick about this a little earlier. It was a post someone reshared, and it was kind of like, supporting Black-owned businesses it's not charity.
Right.
It should be something you genuinely want to do because you want those products, or you want the service that's being offered. But it shouldn't be seen as like, oh,
Right.
I'm doing something so amazing. You should see it as you're supporting a business just like you're supporting this other business. There's no pat on the back or anything about it. You just genuinely want to support those businesses.
Right. And that intentionality is the piece that is missing. But yeah. Um,
Yeah.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just agreeing pretty
Oh.
much. It it,
No, I
it
love
sucks that it had to come to this to really get the attention. Because I think the attention has been much needed for a long time.
Yeah.
But I guess,
But even I feel like people were like, "Oh, y'all have businesses?" And we're like, "Yeah, we do. We've been happy with these." But yeah, no, I definitely am. I appreciate the attention. I want the attention because we want the people to be supported. But it is really a struggle about, like, the ebbs and flows of when people want to acknowledge and pay. Not people, I should say. Like, when the media wants to, like, talk to us, generally depending on what's happening in the news cycle, and that's really frustrating. So hopefully one day they'll just, like, want to just talk because they want to talk. So for you all, what have been some benefits that have already come out of this effort?
it's Courtney stuck. And
Oh, no.
I think she is stuck, actually.
She is.
Well, I guess I can.
Oh, she's back.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm back. In a crazy way. But can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my internet went off. I had to connect to my hotspot. I hope it didn't pause me and I looked crazy, but oh goodness. Okay. Sorry about that.
But yeah, what's been some benefits that have already come out of this effort, whether it's for you, for the movement, just what do you think?
So I just want to make sure it's not like scattered or anything, right? The connection. Can you guys hear me like clear and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear good.
So I would say one of the benefits that I've seen so far, I guess personally, would be so I am in the process of trying to open up my own coffee shop. And so I would say for me, just networking and everything has been amazing. Oh, I don't, you didn't know that was me? Oh, okay. We've been talking. Well, okay. Anyways,
That's Josh. If you've been talking on the Instagram, you're probably talking to Josh.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I've been talking to Josh. But I think just networking with other
You're creative loafing.
Yes.
Yes, that is you. Sorry, it's all clicking in place. Sorry.
I keep them separate. So I'm like, but yeah, I would say just finding other.
I'm focusing.
Thank you. No.
Super exciting.
You just like nonchalantly dropped that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so just like connecting with other businesses in the area, you know, to have as like potential vendors and everything like that for the coffee shop has been amazing. I don't think I would have found them so easily without, you know, Black-owned Tampa Bay. Yeah, and just really just being able to network and meet other people that are doing great things in the community and with their businesses, I would say has been a big benefit for me.
Sorry that I'm slow and didn't argue.
You're fine.
No, that's okay.
My brain. What about you, Nick?
I think for me, I think one of the big benefits, definitely the networking for sure. There's lots of, you know, Black-owned companies that just through us, you know, having this platform and stuff that, you know, we've been exposed to and are pretty much staples, you know, in our, what we use in our day-to-day basis, you know, just because, you know, we didn't know about them before. But one thing I would say would be the benefit, I think will be benefit to a lot of the businesses and stuff that have been featured. And I think it's been really heartwarming, I would say, you know, when when we featured a business and, you know, they kind of come back and say, you know, that we've had a really influx of business and clients and customers and everything else from work that we're doing. You know, when we first started, you know, obviously, you know, it was something that we wanted to do, and it was something that we felt like was needed, and something that we felt like make an impact. But I guess, you know, coming in this short space of time, seeing that and the benefit it has had is honestly, that's part of the reason why we continue to make sure we do it. And so yeah, that's the benefit for me at least.
Yeah. I love that. What has been your favorite thing that you've done so far with Black-owned Tampa Bay?
Nick, go first.
I think my favorite thing has been the networking has been really great. I really do enjoy it and stuff. And you know, when my favorite part is when you feature someone or just, you know, going out and supporting the businesses or just being out in, you know, whatever it is, and interacting and meeting people who I wouldn't have met before. And that part of it has been my favorite part because I guess I'm a pretty social person a little bit. So when I'm out and doing that, I have met a lot of people, and that has been really great. So I think that's probably my favorite part about it so far.
What about
you? I guess for me, there's a lot of favorite parts, but I guess for me, I kind of have like a mentor type of spirit. So just really when people kind of message us for like and we kind of want to expand on this a little more. You know, as time progresses, maybe we'll have more resources and stuff like that to offer, but definitely just connecting people to different resources, especially those that come to us that are looking to start their own business. So not even a business that is currently established, but people that want to do that, and you know, they come to us and ask us like, you know, if you know any financial resources or any consultants or anything like that. So that has been great, just to kind of help people get tapped into those resources that are available in Tampa. So I would say that's been my favorite part so far, as well as a lot of what Nick had said as well, but I'm more shy than Nick, so I'm not always happy to introduce myself when I see people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been amazing.
I'm really socially awkward, so whenever I like go into an establishment, I'm just like sneak eating or whatever, and then I dip out, so they don't really know that I was there till the post is up. That the resource thing is, I just think the power, especially of us like learning the things that St. Pete has to offer that everyone else has been benefiting from this whole time, and then being able to help businesses realize that that stuff that's actually open to everyone, has been really interesting to learn about how much you can actually just get from your city to open your business
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
everyone
yeah.
else has been doing this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. How has your business shifted since it first started?
I feel like my connection's getting.
You're still here.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, so I'm clear to you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it froze for me a little bit. Sorry about that. So how has it shifted since we first started? Honestly, I think this year is going to be a year of shifting for us, of expanding. I don't think we've shifted too much since we've started. Mainly we've been growing, like our following and everything. But I think more so this year, 2021, will be a year of expansion for us. Um, yeah, I don't know if Nick wants to add something else onto that.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that says it pretty well. We've it all kind of happened so quickly, so fast. But I think that we set out with our hearts in the right place in terms of wanting to feature businesses and kind of get that excitement out and know that there are places where you can spend your money that is going to be a Black-owned business and still receive the same or even better product than you would somewhere else. Um, so that part has been great. I don't think it's necessarily shifted, but as Cortney said, I think this year is where we have a lot of great ideas. At least we think that they're great ideas, and we really want to transition into expanding and seeing how that goes. So I think that that's pretty much where we're headed so far. And I know you had wanted to mention something there, Cortney. If you wanna.
Oh, I think this is another question. I think.
Oh, maybe. Okay,
I
yeah,
think
maybe.
it's not.
Okay, cool.
And how can folks support you and follow what you are up to?
I think really just following the page as we grow, and we're gonna expand to other things. So currently we only have our Instagram platform, but we're looking to expand to like a website, as well as a Facebook, because we know a whole different market uses Facebook. So just to expand our market and who can tap into the resources that we have. So really just expanding, following along as we expand and being a part of that, I would say.
And what is that Instagram handle?
Black owned TV.
Tell them what to call
Sorry. So our Instagram handle is Black-owned TPA. And we're currently on Instagram, but we're gonna be shifting. We're gonna use the same handle more than likely on every platform just to keep it pretty simple and inclusive. But yeah, I think that was pretty much that's how we can help us continue to help other businesses and promote other businesses, and liking and following and sharing and sharing with friends and stuff. Because that's one big thing. It's always nice when you're able to post it and you can see the engagement and traction that it resulted in, and how that really has an impact on these businesses and stuff. I think that's kind of, it's more like helping us to help other people as well. And that's one big thing I would say too.
All right. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Green Book Live-ish. It's not really live anymore. and have a good night. And we'll see you for the next show.